I'm mainly a tournament player, but I've just done something on the ranked ladder that I've never done before in my going on 4 years of competitive LOR, and that is reach Masters before anyone else at the start of a new expansion. I did it with this deck, Riven Gwen, and I'm just going to take this quick video to explain how you might play this deck, why I built it this way, and the matchups, and what it beats, what it doesn't, that kind of thing. Gwen and Riven are the champions in this deck, but really the core strategy revolves around Enraged Firespitter, which is just 8 attack for 6 mana on a challenger, and you put Might on it, you put Overwhelm Shards on it, and it's going to come in, it's going to be 11 attack base, that's before you give it Hallow stacks. So very early into the game, you're showing up at the gates with a huge Overwhelm threat. And to augment that Overwhelm threat, you're going to have Mark of the Isles, which, the reason there's 3 Mark of the Isles, and even more Mark of the Isles inside of the Tellstones, is Red Barbed Razor Mace, which is a new card with the expansion. Red Barbed Razor Mace is just not balanced. Like, let's be real, this guy is a 4 mana 4/4. The stats are totally fine. If you can hit their Nexus, it pays for itself, which is like 1 mana 4/4 Overwhelm. Completely ridiculous. And almost no deck in the meta right now can contest a 4 mana 4/4 Overwhelm on turn 4, and the decks that can contest a 4 mana 4/4 Overwhelm certainly don't want to see it get buffed by +2/+2. Strike with the Band is one that I've become very fond of. It is a crazy good develop punish for this kind of deck, where it lets you play defense in a way that doesn't slow yourself down, and I think that's really valuable. As for the mulligan, you're going to want Blade Squire, Boisterous Host, Phantom Butler, Riven, and the rest is going to kind of depend. If you have an even attack token, Red Barbed Razor Mace is really good, and if you have Red Barbed Razor Mace, I would consider keeping a Mark of the Isles. If you're on the odd attack token, you don't actually want to keep Red Barbed Razor Mace or Gwen, because you have turn 3 attack you're going to need to worry about, and you have a turn 1 attack you're going to need to worry about before you start thinking about that turn 5 with the Razor Mace swing. This deck is one of the rare archetypes that really does care about the attack token. And what I'm trying to get at is that you're going to play for Riven when you have an odd attack token, and you're going to play for Firespitter and Razor Mace when you have an even attack token. So to put everything in context, I thought I'd play one game on ladder and talk through my thought process on how to pilot the deck while I'm doing it. So here's that. Game 1, we're against Hex Drinker. We got a world matchup. So we're on evens, which means we have like Red Barbed Razor Mace is pretty good. They're gonna have maybe a Shyvana, maybe like nothing. Like Razor Mace is gonna be really good for us. 1/2 Boisterous Host Butler is pretty solid. Boisterous Host kind of stinks in this matchup, but oh well, it's a 1-drop. And Mark of the Isles is pretty good at pushing through Razor Mace damage. But in this matchup, I don't really expect resistance to a Razor Mace on turn 4. So normally I would keep this with the combo and Razor Mace Mark for the turn 4, but I don't even think I'm going to need it in this matchup. Actually, wait, they run Form Up. I think I'll probably keep it because I can beat Form Up plus Shyvana. Like, if they Form Up Shyvana me, that's actually a pretty major blowout to a Razor Mace. And then I can get them pretty well with the Mark of the Isles. So they go for a pass on 1. They really don't have any 1-drops. We gotta probably, like, get as much damage into them as possible before the troubles start later in the game. So turn 3, they're probably gonna play a 3/2 or a 2/3. Let's go for Butler. I think the 2/3 is a bit more annoying, and the 3/2 is pretty chill. Because the 3/2 is better at attacking my board, but it's not that great at blocking. So a pass there is pretty nice. Pretty comfortable to see that. We could even just take a block here with a Mark if they attack, so they don't even try for it. Now this is where Shyvana starts to become a bit dangerous, but luckily we have double Mark, so Shiv shouldn't be doing anything too crazy. Probably gonna look to Mark of the Isles this. We'll see what happens. Let's attack the Shyvana. Maybe they'll like single combat her or something. There's the form up, nice. And we have the Mark to beat it. So next turn is probably Kato, I would imagine. But the question is, what are we putting the Kato thing on? Oh, we're putting it on the second Kato, that's what. Hello. Okay. Oh, that's actually really annoying. I I mean, with 1 mana they can't do shit, I just do this. It really sucks to lose my Razor Mace like that, but oh well. That actually really stinks. So I have 2 deaths, right? I have 2 Hallow Deaths, okay. Double Kato. Ooh, this is really nice. We pinch them with the soft pass, and then go in with the second Kato. What they really want to do here is develop 1 blocker and single combat. But if they do that, they're probably gonna... Oh, that's interesting. Maybe they're just gonna die. Maybe they're just dead. See what they've got here. Because if they single combat pre-combat, then they lose a blocker, right? So they can't really single combat pre-combat. But if I attack like this, what are they singling? Right? What are they singling? There's no single value to be had at all. There's literally just no single value anywhere on this board. Now I do lose out on the 2 Hallowed stacks, admittedly. And if I wanted to cash in on the Hallowed stacks, I could do this, but this would give them a actual single combat target, and I'm less enthused about that line because it does give them a pretty good single combat, so let's go with this, make sure single combat stinks for them, and move in this way. There it is. And the 5 HP perfectly lines up into the Gentleman's Duel. So even though we didn't have lethal, we've pretty much... I don't know, like, they pretty much have to have exactly Firespitter. And then even if they have Firespitter, they need the correct boon to go along with it to survive this. Like, they need to high roll one of the good boons on Firespitter, and by one of the good boons, I mean specifically... Oh, that wasn't that great. Cool. Should be GG. Nice. Good game. And that's the live commentary. That was kind of a quick one, but hopefully it illuminated a little bit how to play the deck. Thanks for watching.